that better? Yep, that's better. Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. We are live with Star Rail tonight. While I was away on my extra long vacation, there was a major game update for Star Rail. I have not started any of it though. We will begin shortly. Right now we are possibly at the end of a amazing run in Simulated Universe. Oh, that's so rude. Why would you do that?
Let the value weight go, Nappy! You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. Easy, Numby. Liquidation!
Sure, I'll play along.
I'm not afraid of you.
Annihilate.
Let the value go, Nappy!
Oh, man, he has a 1 in 3 chance of just completely destroying. That's a good one. That's a good destruction. Blessing. Hey there, Wobster. I think the game looks better. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it does. Maybe I'm just not used to playing on the PS5 anymore. This is, what's it called? Oh, this is so bad either way. I don't really like Nihility, but I definitely don't like fighting against Svarog. It's not like Yanqing is particularly easy either when I don't have a lightning element. I'm gonna have to risk going with the Svarog.
The enemy situation has changed.
The run is dead.
Adjusting calculation. Executing annihilation.
You're doing so well too.
Investing in victory means playing the long game! This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. I need to be...
Hide. Hedge your bets. Calculating result.
Message fall.
Power amplification.
Liquidation!
All in. Threat index raised. Purge initiated.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna keep these guys out because they can't heal him. So that is perfectly fine by me.
Steady.
Executing operation. Initiating. Annihilate.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. The market is on right. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Calculating result.
Watch your head.
Executing annihilation. Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora.
All in. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Power amplification.
Troublesome.
Mission command. Mission command.
Lend me your strength. Go Navi!
Sure, I'll spend freely.
Eliminating threat. Are you alright?
I'm okay!
Watch your head.
Like, none of this matters at all.
Executing operation. Stay back, Clara. Value exceeds threshold. Stay back, Clara.
All in.
Like, it goes very well until it doesn't go well anymore.
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Storm!
Purge
No
initiated.
dirty tricks on
Mission command. Initiating.
I'll save it for the next one.
Lend me your strength. Easy, Numby. The market is on right. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Application authorized. Executing annihilation. Mission command. High-risk individual.
It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust.
Don't have the
Or
element to
maybe
break
I'll
that.
take it all. Watch your head.
Module overload. Calculating
It's
result.
everyone.
Analysis complete.
All in.
Push forward. Purge
No
initiated.
dirty tricks.
Evaluating variables.
Please hit.
Let
Okay,
the
that's good.
evaluation
That's a good
begin.
one.
Liquidation!
Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Executing operation. Value exceeds threshold.
Now we're in real danger here. Because this guy will kill anyone in one hit.
Reinforcing.
The market is on right. Investing in victory means playing the long game. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Push forward. Module transmission
Hedge your
blocked.
bets. It's on me. All in.
It's possible. We might be able to pull this through.
Annihilate all individuals.
Troublesome.
Got some amber that saved us there. On waiting orders. Yep, that's good. So we get another turn.
Reinforcing. Initiating. Module
Easy,
overload.
Numby. Confiscated. This battle is unavoidable.
Okay, I think that causes him to await orders again.
Lend me your strength.
We might actually pull through. Disassociation.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
Peace protocol. Terminate. Annihilate all individuals.
Oh, they got Bronya. Alright.
Protocol. Terminated. Push forward.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll
It's gonna be
take it
so
all.
close, man.
Watch your head.
Reinforcing. Transmission blocked. Module
Let the
overload.
valuation begin. Go Navi.
Alright, so here's the thing. Do I think the Numby will
Hedge
cause
your bets.
the follow-up? Or do I think that I will get enough shields from shielding to use another thing? I think that is my best bet is to use Numby here. Oh, thank goodness. That's the first time I've ever beaten, what's his name? Svarog with C10. Alright, I think we actually saved the run here. We got the space cheese. We get to use the reviver. Most of our stuff is upgraded. That's really good. This is really, really good though. That's also pretty good, but I haven't really been getting the freezes in. So I don't really have enough for everything that I want, but I definitely want this for sure. And I'll give this one 2. I kind of want this one as well, but it's not worth it. Is it not worth it? It's so good though. I have to. And I'll upgrade this as my only upgrade if I need to. Oh, what's the worst that could happen? Of course. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So no upgrades for me. So I can use up my money on other things. That could be pretty good. I don't trust it. Go with that. I already have pretty much every useful 3-star blessing. May as well go over those since I was showing this off like kind of late into the game. How do I show... There we go. Alright, so we got the resonance from everything. So we have the shield, or the shield, and also the destruction, but we don't actually have the erudition one, which is fine. I don't really care about it. The stacking shields. They get hurt when they hit me. You get hurt when they attack. They bleed. They deal quake damage to them. Increase quake damage. And then adjacent quake damage. I really wish that I had all other enemies take more quake damage, because if I happen to get Argenti, then this is a free win. That's okay. Take less damage. I think I have it at the end of my turn. Yeah, at the end of my turn I get a shield. And I also have the when I give a shield, I get a shield, which means I have double the shield's amount, which is good because I need to have that as often as possible. I have all the good remembrance things except for the weakness break one, but I didn't get the ability to upgrade anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. And then I wish I could have upgraded the everyone takes the same amount of damage, but that's fine. And all the follow-up ones. And all the propagation ones. So I would like to fight Argenti because he's the easiest one. But if I can't fight Argenti, I'll deal with having the swarm. Okay, great. So we're fighting Argenti. Do I want to... We'll leave Bronya behind and bring out Hoha for security. And I think this will be a good run.
Feeling lucky.
Bear witness to
Risk warning.
rise to the challenge. Confess. Behold the symbol of pure beauty.
Protect me. Protect me.
Trust me. It's on me.
The flesh wound.
Market is on.
I think I could almost play this on auto and it would probably win. Especially since I have the hunt as the resonance.
The dice have been cast, but
Like if I had Nihility, then I wouldn't get the Fortified Wager or Blind Better, whichever the thing is.
Hide. The flesh wound. Stay back, Clara. Let the duel commence.
Easy, Numby.
And then he gives everyone a barrier, but then they get rid of the barrier.
spend freely.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Tora.
Pledge thy loyalty.
Watch your head.
Bear witness to honor.
Now we have the barrier.
We can do this.
I think they gets rid of our barrier, but still gives me blind bet. Yeah. And all the while we're getting hit by AoE attacks, meaning that everyone is getting Fighting Spirit, which is now called Grit for some reason. I don't know why they changed the name of it. But it's called Grit now. So everyone's getting more defense and more attack as we keep on getting hit. That's also a pretty good one to upgrade as well, because you can put Clara in the center,
Watch your head.
and then people around her get defense up as she gets hit.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Tora.
Bear witness to honor.
Hedge your bets. It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Scared?
Stay put.
Give me strength.
Trust me. This is a
I was probably going overly safe with Hoha, but that's okay.
Market is on. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
We... Oh, okay. Numby does most of the damage anyway.
Watch your head.
Confess. Let the duel commence.
No dirty tricks. All in.
He actually did enough damage to break Hoha's shield.
Rise to the challenge.
But I had Amber.
I need to be brave.
Annihilate. Put forth all your might. Stay back, Clara.
He broke two people's shield, but I had Amber.
This symbol of pure
I want to protect everyone. Only Mr. Sora.
Need another shield.
Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust.
Here we go.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
the flesh wound.
All in.
Easy, Numby.
Rise to the challenge.
Alright, so I'm back with more Amber
Watch your head.
and more shields with the stacking shield.
I can do this.
The dangerous part is that the stacking shield resets every once in a while. You just have to deal with it, and there's not really a good way to play around that.
All in. Sure, I'll play along. It's on me.
Rise to the
Market of a investing in victory means playing the long game.
hide. The flesh wound. Confess. Behold, the symbol of pure beauty. Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
I want to protect everyone. Only Mr. Sora.
I'll save the Adventuring ult because this is about to happen.
Watch your head.
Rise to the challenge. The flesh
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Hold everyone back again.
put forth all your might. As you command.
Watch your head.
You are fighting in shadow. The flesh wound.
Amber, save me that time.
Go, Numpy. The market is unpredictable.
Amber won't save me this time though, so I might be in trouble. Okay, barely. Oh, that's right. I have the other thing that at the end of the turn gives me a shield. And that's the only thing that saved me there. And now we should be safe again. Oh, we actually froze him. Let's see if we can get a dissociation going. That'd be nice.
Watch your head.
I want to protect everyone too. Only Mr. Sora.
The dice have been cast.
There we go.
Bust.
I didn't buy the, when you disassociate someone, you, what's it called?
Trust.
They have a chance of being frozen again.
This is a guaranteed win.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all. As you command.
All in.
Put forth all your might. As you command. The flesh wound.
Alright, he's about to do his full powered version
It's on
now.
me.
Stay back, Clara.
Watch your head.
He's about to take a lot of damage though.
Rise to the challenge.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Behold, this symbol of pure. You are fighting in shadow.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game. Live it, Trip.
Rise to the challenge. Annihilate.
I want to protect everyone. Only Mr. Sora.
remember. We got lucky here because Adventuring gets another turn.
Spend freely.
Get to stack up and we get more amber. And I think he's done.
Bear witness to the duel.
Okay, he didn't actually attack us. Okay, never mind. We're not done yet. But with all this AoE, Adventuring's going to do this, which causes us to have a shield. And then this is going to hit us, which is going to cause us to get another shield.
Watch your head.
And he would have definitely died to that. Whew. We almost lost it at Svarog. But finally, we're done with Conundrum 10. That was the last one. Every dice, every path. Every Trailblaze secret. And every commuting trail. And right on time to do the completely new version of the game, Divergent Universe, where I start over from 0. Still have a little bit more work to do because I'm missing a handful of occurrences still. 2 from the regular Simulated Universe. I actually have done Simulated Universe so many times that I just went ahead and looked up what they are. Well, I only know where the names are, but based on the name, it seems like I need to have lottery tickets as the curios, and then one of these will be like some sort of lotto ticket occurrence. So that's going to be pretty rare because I would have to like start off with getting a curio, which is already rare, and then one of the curios that come out has to be the lotto ticket. And then I don't know if I have to like fail the lottery at some point in time in order for the occurrence to come up. But, or if I need to have more than one. And there's still somehow one thing that I'm missing from Simulated, from Golden Gears. There's some overlap, so you can't just like sum up these, you just gotta go to all. So I'm missing 3 between the 3 modes. And then I'm missing 2 curios. I know how to get them as well. You have to get the Intra-Astral Shopping Branch District occurrence, and then pick the cheese or the fruit of the alien tree. And I always pick the Casket of Inaccuracy because that's the best one of these 3. But then if you do that and then you get a later occurrence of the same type, then you get to upgrade one of the items into the better version of itself. So the Indecipherable Box is the upgraded version of the Casket of Inaccuracy. And I have no idea what this Super Cheese and Super Fruit does. Is the Mirror of Transcendence 4? I actually have that one already. If you get the Mirror of Transcendence 3 times and get the rewards 3 times and or defeat the person on the 3rd time after there are no more candles left, then the next time you go in counts as a separate new occurrence. Pretty sure. Unless there actually is a 4th one. Because I don't think so. Because I've actually, just on that most recent run that I did, I actually got Mirror Transcendence 4 times, and I lit all 3 candles, and then continued to get Mirror Transcendence. So it's not Mirror Transcendence 4. There are only 3 candles. After the 3rd time, it says nothing happens, or you've already lit all 3 candles, depending on what you did. I guess I should explain that there's the Mirror Transcendence, where it says, you know, there are 3 candles, light the first candle, light the second candle, light the 3rd candle. If at any point in time you fight the Curse of Captivity 1 time, then all the future times that you get Mirror of Transcendence, you light a candle and nothing happens. And if you actually light all 3 candles and get random rewards each time, then the 3rd time, or the next time you go in there, it says you've already lit all 3 candles and there's nothing for you to do here, and then there's only 1 box for you to not do anything. There is a chance that, you know, in Swarm Disaster, there's actually a special version of that you could do. Like, I know that that's how it works in Golden Gears, because I basically use reward squares all the time in Golden Gears, but I hadn't really developed that strategy yet with the Swarm Disaster yet. Hey there, TL Baker. You're reminding me that I don't have my bot live, so it can't auto-plug your channel, but Baker does things like Genshin Impact with viewers and without viewers, and you know, does a lot of cool viewer-based games. You can check him out on his channel. Since my bot isn't here, I'll have to do it myself manually. We just got through doing some Star Rail. We basically cleared this like roguelike version of the game and got all of the rewards in it. And now we're about to do some story stuff after we pull for some characters. After I plug your channel. It just takes my computer a while to load while I'm streaming. Copy link. This is why I had the bot do it for me. Welcome in, Derek. How's it going? Derek Host Corner 2013. Is that when you were born? When you made the channel? When you like changed the name or something? I guess it doesn't really matter. It's always curious when people have a year in their name. Let's do some warping. So, we've got Firefly, the new most broken character to ever be released, out, and Ron May, the previous most broken support to ever come out. I don't particularly care for either of them, but I do want a Gallagher, and it would be nice to get a Misha, because I don't have Misha yet. And Gallagher is kind of the most broken healer right now because he does so much damage. So we're going to pull on the Ron May banner because I have enough DPS in general. I already have Topaz, I don't need Firefly. But getting Ron May would make my break teams even more broken. So we're hoping for a Misha and a Gallagher. Would not mind getting a Ron May. And in this case, you actually aren't looking for a 5-star because I'd like to save that for some other time in the future. What to do? Start a new type of team or keep going? I have follow-up team I think is pretty satisfied with it. Do I Super Break or Dot? Do you have Gwenithan? I know you have Sampo. Okay, we got our E2 Gallagher. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so this is really risky now, because like I kind of got Gallagher, and now I have E2. So the safe thing to do would be to stop, but like I still don't have a Misha. So we're going to go again. It's okay, I'm not actually looking forward to most of the later characters that are coming. Like, it would be cool if I got Jade in the second half of the patch, but like, I would be fine without her. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, we got everything we wanted out of this banner, and we can stop. I'm not gonna waste a selector on Misha. That's not happening. I did hear about that, but I just want Misha because he's a new character that I don't have, but there's probably a character that I would like to have more in Eidolons than spinning it on Misha. Like in the last character selector, I could have gotten Misha, but I instead got another Yukong. He already has this, and I'm not going to replace it. I think this is the free-to-play one anyway. I think this is the free-to-play one. Well, that's the thing though. You're not really wasting it, because if I accidentally get Ron May or any 5-star, and with 20 pity by the way, that's just like good luck, and it's good. Because Ron May is broken, and I would build her, and I'd be satisfied with getting that. Now, the next banner, one of the things that I'm really worried about is on the next banner, the characters are like Natasha, Serval, and someone else that I already have E6, like Arlen or something like that. I don't think it's Arlen, but it's like something that's like not good, and also I already have E6 of it. It's Asta, yeah. I already have E6 Asta. So the next banner is completely terrible for me in particular. It's gonna say it's somewhere in here, right? No, it doesn't say it in here. I'm surprised, I thought it would. Oh wait, I think it's in this part, in the news section. Nope, it's not there either. Oh well. Oh, basically, yeah, it's Asta, Natasha, and Serval. So it's a utterly useless banner for me. Just to get rid of the red dot. Why is it still? Oh, because I have the Eidolons for Gallagher. Gallagher is so good, but just because of break though. But to answer your question, I think that for the next several patches, break teams are going to be really powerful. Because they want you to buy Firefly that has super break in her kit. But like, Gallagher is broken, and Harmony MC is free. And then you can use like Shui Yi or Su Shang or something like that as your break DPS instead of getting Boot Hill or Firefly. And both of them have mechanics that make them scale somewhat off of their break effect. Or like even Luca. You can just use Luca as your super breaker, and then he does crazy stuff with his bleed damage that becomes super break. And I think you have E6 Luca too, so that would be pretty good. And then like Asta for speed, or I guess some sort of sustain or something like that. I don't know. What I've been working on is is my Gwenhyphen. She's now 65 out of 70 using the free-to-play Her to Light cone. I have enough to get another superimposition level, but I'm saving up. I also went ahead and bought the new Erudition light cone as well because I had enough for it. And she's at 888, which is pretty good. That's like better than most characters end up getting. In fact, she's actually literally more built than my Kafka. Actually, I do remember that I did actually end up using the leftovers that Gwenhyphen didn't use, but for a while she actually was ahead of Kafka. She is somewhat ahead of Welt though. I'm at 6, 7, 10 on my Welt and only 4 on the basic attack. But the thing is, Gwenhyphen has been so good for the account because it just opens up so many new teams now. By the way, this is our story team for this patch. Unless I come across some boss that absolutely refuses to get broken by anyone on this team. But, you know, we've got the Sela carry team. Now we have the follow-up team. Gwenhyphen provides 3 debuffs by herself. Dr. Ratio provides 1 or 2. And Topaz provides 1. So that's like, you know, 5 stacks of summation turn 1. And then on subsequent turns, that's 6 stacks of summation. And then everyone just does bonus damage because of the Fire Kiss. And then, you know, if I were to give her the Penacony set, then that makes Topaz stronger. And then everyone just follows up and is great. And Dr. Ratio has 100% follow-up attacks on everyone on the entire team. So that's a really great strategy there. But Gwenhyphen's also useful here in my dot team. So I can use Tingyun, and I could actually use Aventurine here instead of, I can use Hoha instead of Aventurine here. Because...
Little Gwei, I'll be right behind you.
So Tingyun and Hoha will give energy to Gwenhyphen and Kafka. And then Gwenhyphen uses her ultimate to detonate the fire burn damage, which causes Fire Kiss to stack. And then Kafka uses her skill and her ultimate to cause Fire Kiss damage to stack. So it's pretty good as well. Tingyun increases the damage, and that's about it for Kafka Gwenhyphen. You could also replace Tingyun with Asta, because once you get going, then your team has a permanent 50 speed, which means you get to detonate more often. And she increases the attack of the entire team instead of increasing the attack and damage as one person. So Tingyun's pretty good because of the energy, but Asta's pretty good for the speed as well. Hey there, Kenny Vincent. How was the Unite stream? Seen you play this a few times, making some pizza gonna watch. Sounds good. But yeah, that's somewhat what I was talking about a while ago when I was referring to, and also like it also could enable Hook, right? So I use Burn. Hook now has Burn, and that causes her talent to proc. But I was asked a couple of patches ago, hey, why don't you build Dr. Ratio right now? And it's because no one really had the debuff capability to make it work. But now that Gwenhyphen is on the table, I can make both not only him, but I can build like other people and make them work as well. You're really getting into this, yeah. I've been playing this game like almost daily. Let's see. There's actually a stat for that somewhere. Where is that? Fathom the Unfathomable, I think. where it's just like play every day for 7 days, and then it also keeps track of how much you actually play consecutively. I think it's at the beginning. Oh, it's not on here. I don't know which one it is. It's not that important. I'm gonna do like 3 more, and if it's not in these, then I'm just going to move on. It's not gonna be an eager battle. Well, I'm not gonna bother looking into it, but I think I've played like maybe 120 consecutive days, something like that. I feel like I almost went through all of them. Maybe I already looked at it. I just haven't. I just passed it. But like, this is kind of my main game now. Like, I pretty much put Unite, which I was playing almost every day, to just like Saturdays. And I've replaced it basically with this game. You can also like play it on mobile, which probably is the reason why I was able to like play it every day. It's not gonna be a universe in a nutshell. Oh, there it is. 172 consecutive days on this game. And there's like, I think that I've only missed like 1 day really since October. And what else did I put on the list? So we did our warps and we've done Simulated Universe. Next is story. Okay, let's just get into it then. I love Unite. I actually like recently had a renaissance of Unite, because like I really wasn't playing it that much, and then like at the end of last season, like I just started like, you know, watching more streamers play it and playing with them, and that kind of just like got me more back into it. So I'm back to playing Unite like, you know, multiple times a week, even though I'm not on it every day like I used to be. But yeah, I love Unite. It's so great.
Wake up! Wake up! Hey, wake up! The sun's frying your butt. Are you okay? Can you hear me? I didn't hear a peep from your room, and it really freaked me out. What are you talking about? Are you still half asleep or something? The Order's dream is over. Even though it's been a day, I still break into a sweat when I think about it. Our trailblazing expedition almost ended in Penacony. I'm so jealous that you got a good night's sleep. I was traumatized and too scared to even close my eyes. Thought if I fell asleep, I'd never wake up again.
What did happen to Stellaron?
The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The
Off
ordinary
camera
people
again?
in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing from their memories. The family's official statement was like, "The Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt." After all, you can't just reveal the truth about the Order. Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting. Everyone's waiting for you, so
It actually does remind me of a couple of other things that I want to do before I really get into this. That I can only do on the PS5. You can't like resize. Well, you could resize if you were like perfect, but it's too easy to make it crooked, and I'm too OCD for that. When you try to do this on mobile, but you actually have buttons to make it straight up and down. Hey there, Cheesy. Okay, so like off camera, I finished like all of the side quests in this area, and all the previous areas, I should say. And the only ones that are left, this is from Dream Reflux. The only ones that are left are in the Soul Glad Stadium, and then in the Penacony Grand Theater. And so to show what that kind of looks like is, I've gone and done like everything there is possible to do in all of these places. And these are the last two that I need to do. Each of these has a like little mini thing to do inside of these. And just like some NPCs to talk to and some story quests, not some side quests to do. So these are the last two areas. We're about to get access to one new area, which we'll have to do the story for that, and then it'll unlock all the NPCs to talk to, and they'll have more side quests for me to do, so I'll be behind again. But I got all the treasure chests, except for one in the Penacony Grand Stadium. I got all the birds in every area, with the exception of Penacony Grand Theater, because I'm missing two of those. I'm just going to use IDing tokens for them, though, because I kind of already have combed over all of this area, and I haven't found it yet, so I'm not going to find it probably. Oh no. The Bud of Erudition is already available, so you can start farming now for Jade. That's pretty cool.
After all this craziness, nothing is better than staying safe in reality. It's a massive airship, and it's awesome. I heard it's never shown to the public. Only VIP guests of the family get to board it and enjoy the breathtaking views of Penacony. The Iris family sent us a bunch of souvenirs. Fruit baskets, plus this fancy button model. After you're back on your feet, you can enjoy them all. We are pretty much celebrities on the planet of festivities now, aren't we? The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's the family's official statement. Now all the major lineages...
She already said all that stuff, so...
Why the sudden interest in that? Well, I was dragged into this sweet dream. felt a cold tentacle diving into my memories.
Well, that's pretty cool.
But something else was there. So the tentacle suddenly disappeared. And then I dreamed about stuffing my face with delicious food and going on a shopping spree. Sunday didn't seriously believe that was the life I wanted, right? Breaking free from that cheesy illusion was just a piece of cake.
When we did a character side quest where, so for mostly for Kenny Vision because he's not as familiar with this game, but this character, March 7th, the one with the pink hair, she doesn't have any memories of her past life. She was found floating in a block of ice in space, and there's a character somewhere else in the game that has the ability to look into the past and like basically calculate what the past may have looked like from fragments of someone's memory. And we used her power to try to go back into March 7th's memory, but like there's a cloak and dagger organization that's deep in her memories that are basically saying, hey, don't look in these memories anymore, like just make new memories instead. So the idea that in the previous portion of the story, someone tried to tamper with everyone's like dream self to make them like sleep forever and have a perfect dream and never wake up, so they could have their life energy used to power their evil plans or whatever. Basically giving you the too long didn't watch portion of the last several patches, but she wasn't as affected by it because she already has someone messing with her mind. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's go. We've got some time before we board the ship, so let's catch up with everyone at Dream Jolt Hostelry.
Guess that could have also been a rundown for Cheesy as well, who occasionally watches a little bit of the story.
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape expectations?
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. Oh, just a heads up. You're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep a low profile. And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience for you, right?
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no trace. Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can go wherever you want, unbothered.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we go stir up some excitement?
Well, my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens, right?
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up your mind, and no words will dissuade you. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Swipe my card, you know the pin.
It's ironic because
Sure.
Silverwolf is
I'll
pretty
keep an eye
fashionable.
out. There's tons of options at OT Mall.
I mean, not conventionally, but she definitely has a fit.
Hair accessories or brooches.
Those sound more like something for young girls. Maybe you should keep them for yourself. Oh, by the way, Blade didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony. He's always so subtle with his words.
Got it. He was just worried about me. Relax, Silverwolf. You know me. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oatcake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it.
She is not planning on dying.
That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
She is really confident in her ability to live.
Welcome, Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparations, but the big boss hasn't arrived yet. It'll be a while before the conference starts.
Who is the big boss now? We killed the reigning boss and their new boss.
Family really knows how to make things look impressive. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference. I didn't expect them to go with a luxury airship.
About this, Director, I've asked around. This airship, named the Radiant Feldspar, belongs to the Alfalfa family. This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. Such an important event should have been held at it. Well, somewhere secretive in the moment of morning dew. The atmosphere here, it doesn't feel serious enough.
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. Whoever organized it wants to assess the IPC stance beforehand. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or they plan to put pressure on us to make us back off.
Oh, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please
Oh, they're not
be
talking about the
cautious.
family's big boss.
Watch
They're
out.
talking about
Any
the
traps.
IPC's big boss. They're probably talking about Jade then.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the others who need to be cautious. Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about the negotiations.
Oh, got it. I'll do it right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences. I mean, really serious.
I mean, Jade's not even the big
Got
boss.
it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
Like, Jade is underneath Diamond. What is going on with this trotter here? I can't attack it, but my trotter, Numby, seems to want to interact with them. Oh, that's not my that's not my topaz. Let's see. Can I see what they did with this topaz? No, I can't. I'll have to look in combat. Am I allowed to switch out this topaz for my topaz? I can't even see what their stats are though. Like maybe their topaz is better than mine. It probably isn't. Lobster says in relation to how Firefly expects to actually be alive at the end of the story. Yeah, Firefly has already died, quote unquote, twice, and is still alive. And the script says that they'll experience 3 deaths. So I guess she's just hopeful. There's so many trotters, and I'm not allowed to kill any of them. Lady Bonajade. Is that like her real name? But probably what this is and why there are these non-interactable trotters in this area is you notice that it drew my attention immediately. But if you didn't actually own Topaz or know that Numby would actually run at trotters and not let them run away, that's a very good way to kind of catch their eye and be like, oh, I'm in control of this character that I don't own. And my trotter goes after these trotters. Like, that's something that I should know. Maybe I should pull for this character. Yikes. Oh, it messes with everything in my body to not hunt those for their rewards.
Ample supplies.
You know, throughout this entire story, I have been like most curious about Sparkle and those buttons that she's been handing out to everyone. And I'm so glad that they're finally addressing them. Like in the original fake ending, one of the reasons why I figured it had to be fake was because there was no Sparkle.
Show your courage.
I commend.
It's because you're Topaz. Topaz would never hurt a trotter. That's why I swapped off of Topaz. Still can't kill them. Well, new area, new birds to get. Oh no, I'm Topaz and technically I don't actually see or hear birds. So I don't get to hear the dialogue that they have from interacting with Trailblazer. But okay, well, Topaz should not be able to hear them.
Players haven't arrived yet.
Who would be able to hear them? The other members of the Astral Express will be able to see the birds now.
Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk.
Anyone that's been taken to Dream Reflux seems to now have the ability to see Clocky and Misha and probably also the birds because of that. And now that we've been primed, you know, Numby runs after the Trotters. Now we know that Numby also runs after the treasure chest. And ooh. I actually met the NPC that infected all of the tickers. He's in Dream Reflux. Dreamflux Reef? I forget. But he's the Intellitron that sells the exploding toys. And he's like, these are their true selves. Like, the way that they were acting when you actually fix them, that's the fake version of themselves. It doesn't matter to me. I want my rewards. Also, he's not a very reliable source, so I wouldn't trust what he says at face value. Well, that's an interesting one. I clearly need to do this, and then maybe this. That one was easier than usual. Magic countdown. Oh no. Is it worth being authentic if it makes you unhappy? Yeah, that is yeah, if you use the emo tuner on the shopkeep in... am I not allowed to do other things because I'm Topaz right now? Or look at other places of the map?
No, no. Must I return to the Hall of Karma so soon? I can't do it.
Oh, they put me up here?
Unless Sis
I don't think I've talked to this person before. Oh, this is Charlotte from the daughter-father quest. I would love to go through all the stuff. Since I got sidetracked from my sidetrack, Dream Reflux, second floor, this guy here, Kirk. He is the Intellitron that has been infecting all the people, and he claims that that's just all, like, it's all an act and it's all lies that are propagated by the family, and they're not actually that happy. But yeah, we're gonna continue fixing them all, though.
Dreams. Truly a wonderful canvas.
Oh, her default is sad. Okay. You don't actually see that very often. I think she's the only NPC in Penacony that starts sad. I'm trying to think of another one. Maybe the guy that's like barely visible in the bottom left corner underneath the "so that." The kid that's like always living in the shadow of his parents, and you know, feels a tremendous amount of guilt for the amount of effort they put in to give him a life in Penacony. Maybe that guy is sad. I thought he was calm though. I know where her daughter is in the overworld. I'm probably gonna go talk to her.
All I want to do is paint. do is paint.
Violet. Like, it's not just blue, it also has some red in there. Yeah, there's nothing else up here. I can't remember if she's on the ground floor or the second floor, right above the elevator.
I can't do it unless Sister is with me.
Technically, I should do another sweep of the reality and see what new dialogue options are available to me. Like the bird that sits outside the thing probably has something new to say. Okay, Penelope doesn't have anything new to say still. And I haven't talked to the head of security in a while either. Like, there's supposed to be a bird here. But maybe I have to find all 60 of the birds. Or not, I've found more than 60 of the birds, but maybe like every single bird in the dreamscape first.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
Alright, so this is all taken care of. You know what you don't really see as much of in these later areas? Reading material on the ground. That's quite the range you've got on your tracking there. You found another one? Okay. You got another one for me?
Hard work pays off.
Yeah, okay. This speed run going through all the stuff. I don't mind it. They were kind enough to despawn Numby for me because, you know, I could have just swapped to Bronya and then swapped back to Topaz again.
Do you require?
But once the game detects that Numby has been just running in place for a while, it just despawns them on their own, which is preferable. Shadow of a bug flashed past to hide under the bed. A monster beside the trash can. I mean, usually when you hear bug, you think the swarm. So float disk isn't enough.
There. Don't be so greedy. Leave some for the other guests.
The trotters are basically little Kirby's where they like hold a pocket dimension in their stomach, basically. At least that's what it seems to be like. Because they can just eat a lot and they like get a whole bunch of treasures and whatnot. But they hold a lot more in them than they should be able to given their size. What? We're taking this treasure out of their stomach? Yeah, where did you think that the gold from the monsters you defeat come from? I suppose it'd also be considered like a shortcut, like, you know, the real character in the game like skinned it and then sold it for gold later on, which is why, like, you know, rats hold less money than wolves or something like that. You know, I actually had to go through this door in order to get the treasure chest, so that's, you know, kind of like you're doing the work. I'll talk to this guy soon, but I feel like there's a bird in here. Like, there has to be, right? Like, I went through a door. I'm not seeing it, though. So there's just like one guy put in half the work and 4 others that are doing the other half of the work. Okay. That's even worse. The finding in their stomach or the, you know, skinning them and, you know, boning them and then selling the animal parts on the market at a fair rate. I mean, because I would imagine that's what actual adventurers do, right? Some games actually give you like the loot, quote unquote, that and the drops are just like animal parts, and you literally sell them later on. Some of the enemies were humans. Okay, we probably got those, got the money from those out of their pockets, or like sold their clothes after we killed them and gave them a proper burial. There's like nothing up here. No doors I'm allowed to go through. No birds I'm allowed to find. They just want me to like talk to people and finish the story.
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all?
That's not the Family Guard's voice.
Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out strange button devices to anyone he meets. According to those involved, he said something like, "Just press this button and
Look
all
at that.
Penacony will explode."
Throwing people off of her trail.
Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collected these buttons just to be on the safe side.
This could be like a Joker level plot where Sparkle spread out all the buttons because she wouldn't be able to get them onto the ship with the family by herself because there are too many of them. And she actually relied on the family collecting the buttons and bringing them all together. Has anyone tried pressing the button?
What will happen if you press it? Hasn't anyone actually tried?
Well, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony? All the guests here have one thing in common. They're terrified of death.
That's wild.
Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please, kindly keep your distance.
Like, there are little philosophy puzzles out there about, like, you know, be in a box, and if you press this button, then the other person dies, and if they press the button and you don't, then you die, and if both of you press the button, you know, you both die, and if neither of you press the button, you both live, type of situations. And, like, no one in all of Penacony ever pressed the you die button. Even the people that jump off of highways and, like, land on the ground but still wake up in reality. Like, I've seen suicidal people in Penacony and talked to them, and not a single one of them pressed the button.
Dare embarrass me.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant Feldspar?
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. It's my honor to assist you. The Radiant Feldspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested a significant amount in building this luxurious airship an Ember era ago, and it has been sailing across the 12 hours of the dreamscape ever since.
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder the ship is so lavishly decorated.
Indeed, Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most prestigious guests are invited by the Alfalfa family to board this airship. Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Feldspar had been cruising over the Sea of Dreams in Penacony for an entire Ember era. But its voyage was temporarily halted due to the recent reverberation.
Acheron destroying the barrier between the memory zone and
You're really
Penacony.
downplaying the whole thing. I apologize. Please continue.
Following the previous reverberation in the Sweet Dream, the Radiant Feldspar had to suspend its voyage temporarily. Thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to, well, certain special reasons, the Charmony Festival, originally scheduled at the Penacony Grand Theater, had to be temporarily postponed.
The special reasons being the fact that the Order of the Order was secretly still a part of the Harmony family and tried to usurp the whole thing and put everyone in the Infinite Tsukiyomi.
So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant Feldspar, taking this opportunity to announce the resumption of the airship's voyage.
Ah, well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Quite fitting for a legendary tycoon like him. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye. Hello? The talent motivation department? Again? Internal review? Will it ever end? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys.
There is a YouTube video on the official Honkai Star Rail YouTube channel that actually is a recruitment video for the IPC, and it goes over all the departments. And yeah, talent motivation is basically their internal HR.
The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it? Seriously, what's your purpose?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just hang up? In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
It wasn't clear whose voice was voicing what. I think Jade was calling Topaz Jelena. Is that her name? Us going through this story is kind of Jade's audition for me pulling for her. Her kit seems somewhat useful, especially if you had E1. And I feel like this is kind of the thing with all of the IPC characters, except for Aventurine, really, is that all the characters are kind of incomplete at E0. And they get so much more from getting their signatures and their first Eidolon, a lot more than a lot of the other characters. Like, for example, Himeko, like, gets, like, more speed from after she uses Victory Rush, or, like, you know, Sela increases her crit rate when enemies are already hurt. Like, these are all really minor things, but, like, Aventurine increases the crit damage of his entire team by like 30%, and like Topaz provides a major debuff to, you know, all enemies that have proof of debt or something like that. And I mean, Ratio just gets more summation, which I guess isn't that impressive. But Jade has a very interesting kit where she gives a buff to an ally, and then that ally has more speed, and every time they do an attack, it causes Jade to build towards her follow-up attack. The problem, though, is that it's based on the number of enemies hit. But that gets corrected if you actually have Jade's E1. So normally you would want to hit 5 people, and then you get 5 stacks, and that'd be good. But if you use Jade to buff someone like Sela or Arlen or something like that, then it doesn't work because you only get 1 stack every turn. But if you get her E1, then single target hits give you 3 charges. So you could basically be as good as a blast character as a single target character. And as a blast character, you're as good as a full AoE character. You know, just from, you know, pulling an extra 180 value.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal. No need for unnecessary things like madam.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stonehearts, I need you to be at your best. Especially since the upcoming negotiations leave no room for error. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference, right?
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor. Do you know why?
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand, and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly. That's the obvious benefit.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of Harmony would suggest. As long as the influence of Harmony hasn't completely permeated their core, personal desires will always have their way. Thankfully, influential figures in Penacony haven't entirely suppressed their own desires. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages. It's just a slogan now that the Dream Master has gone.
After the downfall of the Yoke family, old Oti's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only the succession order, he's the longest serving and most senior among all the family heads.
Yes, that's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy. It's like playing a game of chess, where every move needs to be carefully thought out.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation. Listen, test, and strike. That's what you taught me.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment Department.
Time to get to work. Let's prepare ourselves and meet that esteemed supporting actor. Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony. Aventurine has already made a small opening, and you and I, we're going to tear it wide open.
We have not seen Aventurine since he went into the portal. Like, we saw the fake Aventurine because of the Inna's dream, where we thought that we actually won when we actually hadn't. But I'm pretty sure, or maybe we did. It's like, I think that at the end of the Penacony 2.2, I know that Boot Hill went up to somebody and threatened to say, hey, where's Oswaldo? I think that was Aventurine that he threatened. It's either that or Ratio, or maybe Topaz or Jade, I'm not quite sure. I'd have to look it up on the stream again.
Welcome aboard my ship, the Radiant Feldspar.
Old Odie is definitely just a memory zone meme at this point,
Please,
right?
have a seat. Let's
His
have
ship
a
has been
pleasant
flying for
conversation.
several Amber Age eras, or for the last Amber era. I didn't really know that that was a thing, but after talking to a couple of the NPCs in Dreamflux Reef, you can just like I mean, that's also kind of what the memo keepers have done, where you just give up your physical form and become a memory zone meme. And you keep your personality and your memories, and you're able to just still function like an actual person. But you're just unable to ever leave the dreamscape. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, chill, I don't want to... Okay, there we go. Still no birds, though.
Free stuff.
There is a dream clock ticker through this door. I just can't access it yet. Alright, let's do the thing like they want us to do.
Welcome aboard, my dear ladies. Forgive me for any lack of attentiveness that might have led to a lengthy wait outside.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but the book Odi Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees.
After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. You're definitely skilled in the art of conversation.
The 10 Stonehearts are strictly from the Strategic Investment Department, or are there other Stonehearts that... Are there... Of the 10 Stonehearts, are all 10 of them within the Strategic Investment Department? Or is he saying these two people happen to be 2 of the 10 Stonehearts, and the 2 of them also happen to be in the Strategic Investment Department? Because I think that Aventurine is also in the Strategic Investment Department. All 10 of them are Strategic Investment? Wow, the IPC is even bigger than I thought. I thought that each of the 10 Stonehearts were basically like the head of a department. But that means that the 10 Stonehearts could just be like just one faction, and then they could come up with another even cooler name for a group that's outside of the Strategic Investment Department for like some future IPC thing in the future.
I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get straight to the point instead. Since I invited you IPC ambassadors on board, I'm sure you've figured out the topic I'd like to discuss, yes?
The future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation indeed. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. But what was it all for? Wasn't
And that
it
golden-haired guy.
eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 amber
10 amber eras? He's definitely dead.
Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Odie looks like he could be a 4-star character. I'd be down.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, You can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P-45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
You use the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you need ambition and unconventional thinking. Curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose.
I don't like it just because it doesn't actually change the status quo. Penacony still is a place where you're only offered complacency, and also only if you have the money to spend for it. Like, it should either be a completely free service, like a public work, or it should just be like a medical facility, or just not exist, I feel like. Another philosophical question. Memory zone means people more or less dead than consciousness downloaded into Romatons in the CN show. Who is more dead, the Alfalfa or the Romatons of Aurum Alley? Are Romatons people? I thought that they were like more like the Intellitrons, where they were manufactured consciousness. I know that some of the things on the CN show are powered by Heliobi, like the trying to think of a specific example, but mostly it's just the Heliobi is possessing the Aromatons, I think. I think that with my current understanding of what life means, that I would call Aromatons and even Intellitrons not alive yet, like at all. And I would also consider the memory zone memes either to no longer be alive or to have some sort of like ascended eternal life even. They're either like super alive or definitely not alive. And I think that it wouldn't take much for me to be persuaded either way on those. Well, no. I'm actually going to say that they are the memory zone memes are not alive either. Because the thing about them, they're basically like folklore ghosts where they're unable to change. The dead are unable to change. They are themselves as they were when they gave up their physical form, and they don't have really the ability to become a new person or a new personality, unlike someone in like the CN show Native that just have really long lifespans, or even us humans where, you know, we change every couple of years based on the experiences that we have.
This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Their level of intellectual flexibility doesn't even come close to an old fellow like me. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe, Penacony still holds immense potential and opportunities, and that the family remains confident in its future.
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight. And if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene, every move we make will be scrutinized by trillions of people.
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move, please consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond on behalf of the IPC later.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
That's the species we've never seen before. I guess he doesn't have to be dead, because he has pointed ears.
Had a meeting with the IPC?
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return.
Yeah, so Aventurine sent the message, he's still
It's
alive.
not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order working within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives. If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again go to waste. There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
Huh. You know, this whole time, I kind of assumed that the IPC wanted Penacony so that they could restore the Asdana frontier prison. And it never even once occurred to me that they might want to take over Penacony and then just continue the operation that they've been doing. But just them taking the profit instead of the family taking the profit. And I don't know why I never thought about that. But obviously a hotel that only caters to the super wealthy would make a lot more money than a frontier prison.
Ah, she went to negotiate with the family as a representative of the crew. She'll contact us once her arrangements are ready.
After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but Fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already.
Crows.
He'll face a trial.
Sunday's alive,
As for
okay.
further details, the family would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the sweet dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
I mean, if their official story is that a Stellaron attacked them, then most people understand that Stellarons are dangerous and can cause bad things to happen. Like, Stellarons, I mean, I would like to say the Stellarons are not very common, but also every single plot point in the game has been caused by a Stellaron, so they do seem to be kind of like Kryptonite, where it's both super rare but also in every single episode.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again. Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of glory of the Trailblaze to all of you.
This is my first time hearing Shoban's voice. No, I don't think so, because Gallagher introduced her to us, like, in the middle of the story.
Yeah, it's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something. Music? Atmosphere? Maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique, as we'll use it to pay respect to those fallen heroes. To the nameless, resting in peace, and to Gallagher.
Okay. I think that we're probably far enough in the story for now. Don't need to continue. It is almost midnight 30. Let's unlock Apocalyptic Shadow.
Oh no. Must I return to the Hall of Karma so soon?
It just teleports you there, even though it's like right here. That's quite a design. I want to see more of this one. Let's see. Let's go camera mode. Let's see. Flip around. Are we allowed to see under the veil? It's all gray. Like the memo keepers, we can't see them. Oh no. That means that this place is about to be obliterated? Nah, I got better stuff to do. Yeah, going from 50% damage to 150 is like tripling your damage, so you really want to do breaks here. That's nice. That's so good. What? Who uses their ultimate more than anything? Maybe my Jingyuan or something like that? Sela? I actually don't even have Super Break on this, so yeah, it should probably be like Harmony MC and Gallagher. And then like Welt and Himeko or something silly like that. You probably should be something like that. Should I put Tanya in here? Let's try it. It's still only level 1.
Oh, the bigger the risk, the better the reward.
Show your courage.
Didn't mean to swap to Sela there.
Change tactics.
Yeah, reading that. I've fought Goalie so many times. I'm just gonna wing it.
Lend me your strength. I'll end your misery. I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
Distance is futile.
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone. Tell me, Mr. Storm.
Mission command.
Freeze to death.
Mission command. Stay back, Clara.
Watch your head. Sure.
Devoured by ice.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
I'll free you from disappear among the sea of butterflies. illusions of the past.
Behold, the power granted by them! You will not take away our hope to brave new world.
I'll end your misery. I need to be free.
Hide.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. Who's next? I'll end your misery. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Let's see how much this
Break from
does.
your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The whole health bar. That's only difficulty 1, but still, that's silly.
We need a strategy.
Will of preservation. Burn away.
Stay. Watch yourself. Behold, this symbol of pure. Bear witness. Nice, like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves to the challenge.
Lance at the ready.
You won't get away.
Oh, whoops. I don't have Harmony Trailblazer on. I have Fire MC on. My bad.
Leave it to me.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That does actually do that. I could have used my ultimates way earlier because you just get it back when you break the enemy.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
You know nothing of the weight behind this path. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
That's all you got? It ain't over. Behold, this symbol of pure beauty. Let's begin. Step up, let's see ya.
I'm on guard.
In the mood for another beating? Put forth all your might. You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Bear witness. Let the duel commence.
Now that is actually very annoying.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
You won't get away.
Still challenge. Leave it to me. Step up, let's see ya.
I have something for you.
Nice second clip, friends. Indulge yourselves!
May as well use the ultimate to break here because I'm going to get it back.
You won't get away.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Chivalry.
Well, that was the start of Apocalyptic Shadow. The more that people talk about finality, the more I think that it's like it has something to do with the Stellaron Hunters and Elio, since they work off of a script in order to make, you know, the world the way it's supposed to be in the end, and how many like future timelines Elio has access to. We've got Apocalyptic Shadow now. Now we're gonna call it. I'm probably going to go to bed while finishing stages 2 and 3. I'll probably wake up and do level 4 as much as I can. But I need to get some sleep. Getting tired. What is this from the travel log? Oh, just saying that Apocalyptic Shadow has more stuff to do. Another thing that I originally thought I was going to do on stream but did not end up doing on stream is the character trials. I usually do those on stream. Come on, man. This character is so much. Grant fire weakness to all enemies that show up.
Decided to play your ace, huh?
And then when you combine them with someone like Gallagher, which causes Basada, which causes them to take increased break damage, use your skill, get 60% of your energy.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
I should have done Payla second. That's okay.
Like fireflies, so everything burns to ashes!
You can Firefly and then use like Super Break all over everything.
Enemy data signet marker activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
And you have ridiculous speed.
In position. Fight.
So you use Super Break all over everything.
Step up, let's see ya.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
Set the seeds ablaze!
So much. But only with like that particular team. You would replace Payla with Ranmei usually. Because super break damage is based off of how much or how much toughness damage you do. And Ranmei is the only character in the game that increases break efficiency.
Eternal.
With her technique.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind. Want to see what I can do? Nap time. Stay close. Take this! Surprise, Venus! Dodge this! Not each.
Even if the elite there had lived, Ranmei's ultimate causes when that flower's on there over the head, when they would have otherwise recovered from the break damage, they just take break damage again and then get delayed another turn while still broken. I'm not going to do these other three because I've done them in the past on stream. But yeah, you can get your Jades that way. Yeah, so tomorrow is Tuesday. We're going to be playing some Smash Ultimate Viewer Battles. And then on Wednesday, I don't know what we're going to do Wednesday. We could play more of this. We're likely going to play more of this. And then Thursday, Smash After Work. Friday, we play Pokemon Unite. Saturday, more Ultimate. And then Sunday, back to Star Rail, or we will go to what's it called instead, Tactics Over, depending on how much story we do elsewhere throughout the week. I did a pretty good job of getting it out of the way, a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do. Next time we'll try to get at least far enough to do Divergent Universe, because that's on here somewhere as well. That's the first thing here. Unlock now, early access available. So you could go through Finality's Vision and do it, but it will change the world state based on, or compared to how it's supposed to be when you actually finish whatever this part of the story is, Stranger in a Strange Land. That might be where I currently am. No, I'm at River's Run Without Return. So in order to avoid any possible spoilers, we'll just do that later.
Is Sister calling me?
That's like especially creepy with like the specter of Finality hovering over her shoulder. Like, is Sister calling me? Like, no, that's just the Grim Reaper. But yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. I'll see you guys next time. So take care and goodbye.